positivity, motivation, never settle for average. You know how we do it over here, man. Ain't nothing average about this channel. Man, I've talked about it before as far as the illegal immigration, and it's something that's on the mind of everyone. So I'm gonna continue to talk about it. And for those who don't want to hear it, just change channels right now. But I've been telling you this for a minute, that this is all by design, and it's the exact same thing they do in prison when they want to disrupt a yard that has any type of peace. They bring in a demographic of people they know will upset the balance of numbers, because everything in a prison environment is based on numbers. There's a certain number of this demographic, certain number of this demographic, certain number of this demographic. And when one demographic has X amount of people, then they start trying to take over shit. And if you don't think that these illegals are here to take over some shit, you got another thing coming.
China. What city in the U.S. do you want to go to?
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles, L.A.? Los Angeles, okay. Now, the number of Chinese have been exploding here at the southern border. This is not normal. Take a look at this graphic right here to put it in perspective. CBP sources telling Fox in the last 4.5 months since October 1st, there have been more than 20,000 Chinese nationals encountered here at our southern border. Compare that to all of fiscal year 2021, when there were only 450 Chinese nationals encountered. That is a more than 4,000% increase in Chinese national encounters.
This jackass who was elected by the people talking about fast tracking citizenship for those who want to come over here and work in the armed forces, the military.
Migrants get an expedited path to citizenship. It would require them to first serve in the U.S. military.
All right, Fox 5's Morgan McKay joins us with details of the bill, which lawmakers say could help solve two problems at once.
There is no higher honor than serving your country in uniform.
And that honor could be extended to migrants under a new bill introduced by Hudson Valley Congressman Pat Ryan. Called the Courage to Serve Act, this bill would offer qualified and vetted migrants an expedited path to citizenship if they serve in the military. According to Ryan, last year the military services collectively missed recruiting goals by roughly 41,000 recruits, leaving some crucial positions unfilled.
If there are folks with the courage to raise their right hand, take an oath to protect and defend our Constitution, and put their lives on the line for this country, then they sure as hell deserve the opportunity to be citizens in the United States of America.
This bill comes days after a bipartisan border security package negotiated by the Senate fell apart amid Republican opposition. Staten Island Congresswoman Nicole Malliotakis argued that the Senate bill did not go far enough when it comes to securing the border, and said there is more President Joe Biden can do in the interim.
Can you see where this is going? Armed illegals, people who haven't done any type of pre-American footwork to say that they want to become an American citizen. If you don't pass the test, you don't get your citizenship, you could possibly lose your visa and get deported. Do you see anybody getting deported? What do you see? You see them all congested at the border now in Texas, so they flooding right into California. And your buddy Newsom is giving them free medical. So for all you guys who pay for your medical, why are you paying? You're footing the bill for somebody else. I mean, you might as well go in there and act like you got no ID and get free medical, right? I'm just saying. You know, it's a shit show, however you want to look at it. Even San Francisco has put into office an illegal Someone who's
三藩
not
市
a
嘅時候咧，
US citizen.
咁我就認識咗好多，原來三藩市有好多嘅權利嘅喎，好多權利係好多非公民啊、移民咧都可以享有嘅，包括咧，就算你唔係公民咧，都可以咧去做委員，去影響政策嘅。好多時其實我哋華裔啦，或者亞裔嘅聲音咧都比較薄弱，咁咧特別係識講中文或者其他語言嘅人咧更加少咧係有個代表性嘅喺個議會上面，所以我覺得亦都因為咁咧，我就覺得我好想代表我哋移民嘅聲音。其實我哋都一樣有交稅，我哋一樣對社會有貢獻，但係咧我哋政策上咧好少有我哋嘅聲音。
喺華人權益促進會任職倡導嘅黃永軍係香港移民，佢今日喺三藩市市參市佩斯金陪同下宣誓成為選舉委員。作為非公民嘅佢形容成為選舉委員嘅過程歷經唔少挑戰。上任之後，佢計劃喺決策方面為移民同唔識講英文嘅選民發聲，提升移民社區嘅投票率。選舉委員職責包括監察選舉。
Spell COMM, you know what, coming to town, then, man, prepare yourself, man. We're living through some crazy times right now, and you're not going to go to Africa. You're not going to go to South America. You're not going to go to a country in the Middle East and hold office as a foreign national. It's not going to happen, man. I see it strategically that key cities that they already know is in ruin is where they're going to target for San Francisco, Portland, Seattle, the coastal. Maybe then they'll try to hit over New York, move in a little bit in, hit maybe Philadelphia, wherever they think that they can get to by water or some type of waterway. And then these places have key strategic locations for whatever's coming next. The shit ain't cool. And if you're an American, you could be mad at the country if you want. I don't see you getting on a plane, leaving somewhere to go try to get another citizenship. You know, whatever your shit you're talking, you're still here. And if you're here, you want to be able to protect your family. You want values. You want people around you who have a commonality. You come here, one of the beautiful things is you assimilate into a melting pot and we look out for each other. And you can sit here and be, oh man, this and that. Look, man, Harvard studies have showed that it's not as much racism as you guys want to cry about. I'm sorry to tell you, those who are mad and who want to point, because half y'all ain't never really had an engagement on the private side of anybody that's been racist to you. And if they have, they haven't touched you. Somebody calls your name, call my name back. I laugh at them. You know, it doesn't hurt my feelings. I think it's just an ignorant fool. I'm not going to sit here and be all butthurt because somebody, you know, called me, you know, out of my name. I just look at them like, hey, you're the same thing. Ha ha. So if you're that emotional and you are still bent on and you're one of these people and you got a 9 to 5, you're working and you still are hoorahing, then they got you as a puppet. Because you know they're using you guys as mascots right now. Mascots and puppets. And they're about to wipe the black culture all the way out. They've taken over your shelters as far as the ones they didn't let the homeless that you had go in there. They're taking over the community centers. They're taking over abandoned apartments. And they're about to just bump the black vote all the way out. So it doesn't matter. And they're going to vote for whoever gave them that free debit card. America's getting pimped and getting bent over. So, hey, wake up, your local politicians, the people who keep lying to you. You guys need to make some moves, man, and you need to make them fast. Elections coming up, and a lot of people are going to be begging for you to put them back in office. You guys need to call them on their bullshit and just get them up out of there, man. That's the only way things are going to change at the local level. Ain't no Superman gonna fly in and wipe out, you know, the bad guy. The bad guy is the people who are deceiving you, lying to your face, pimping you for your vote, and literally moving in outsiders into your community to push you all the way out. And all that reparation shit you were talking about, they're getting it. The illegals got they're getting it. They're over here getting paid for whatever they said America did to their country and took whatever resources. They're over here getting reparations. They're getting reparations, man. Free medical, shit. All the stuff that you guys been begging for, they jumped over you again. They already jumped over you once. You steady getting passed up, but you steady putting them people in office. Hey, man, big hurt now. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Officially, I only got one real spanking my entire life. My mom did the best a 14-year-old could do, raising me with love and instilling values that will last a lifetime. I was a straight-A student and lived to make her happy. So how did I go astray? A horrible stepdad that stole my self-worth and invoked fear turned me into a person that I struggled to overcome. From skateboarding to selling drugs, gang banging in juvenile hall, I got caught the same way many young promising men get caught up. I struggled to find my identity, getting mixed up in shootouts, crime, and the adult entertainment industry. This roller coaster continued as I juggled college, hustling, and Hollywood, eventually catching a federal bank robbery case. I found redemption in prison while serving a 120-month federal sentence and came out a man on a mission. I became a social media influencer with over 500 million views on YouTube and a life coach mentoring people all over the world. This is my journey against all odds.